Chapter 1040. At this time, Fury and his wife Brown were comforting, and they had just fed Katza. As the eldest son and grandson, Edward was carrying the dinner prepared by the servant and came to his grandfather's room. When he just opened the door, he saw the old man lying on the carpet, twitching constantly, foaming at his mouth, his face pale. Edward was taken aback, and hurriedly stepped forward to check and found that the old man seemed to have had a stroke. When he looked at his hand, he was holding his cell phone tremblingly. There was a video on the cell phone. How could the person on the video look like this? My uncle? He subconsciously picked up the phone and took a look. He just saw his little uncle go crazy, pinched his aunt's neck, and strangled her directly. When Edward shivered, his mobile phone was thrown out. When he was shocked by the content of the video, the old man beside him had already lost his breath. Edward was shocked and rushed out the door, shouting at the servant and the doctor. The doctor arrived quickly and began to give first aid to the old man. Soon, Fury and his wife rushed over after hearing the news. What's going on? Why did the old man suddenly have a stroke? As soon as Fury arrived, he immediately questioned the Whale family's expert doctor. The doctor immediately said, "Chairman Whale, the master should have been irritated, and he was suddenly irritated, almost like last time." What happened? Fury was extremely puzzled. What happened? Why is it suddenly stimulated to have a stroke? At this time, Edward in the corner watched all the videos circulating on the internet, and came to Fury and Brown with a pale and weak face, and said in a panic, "Dad, Mom, my uncle killed my aunt, and then someone killed him. My little uncle and all the core members of his beggar gang, even the same group of human traffickers, a dozen or so people are all welded to an Ivcurie, the throne in the river." What? When the couple heard this, what was their first reaction? How can there be such a thing in this era? Weld a dozen people in the car and dump them in the river? How arrogant is this? Besides, Han's gang of beggars in southern region and the whole province are all standard local dragons, and ordinary people can't provoke them at all, let alone ordinary people. It is impossible for ordinary people to provoke them. And the entire gang of beggars has more than 10,000 men. Who has the ability to kill all the core members of the gang of beggars? Brown touched her son's forehead, and couldn't help but said, "Son, are you having a fever? Then it's your brother and aunt. How can you arrange them like this?" Edward hurriedly said, "Oh, what I said is true. It has spread all over the internet now, and before my uncle died, he admitted to the camera that our Whale family was his backer, and he relied on our Whale family. That's why we have done so many things that hurt the world and reason. Now the whole network is scolding our Whale family." What? The couple were shocked. Fury immediately grabbed the phone from him and blurted out, "Which video will I have a look at?" Edward immediately found the video and clicked to play. At this time, Fury was sweating nervously, staring at the screen of his mobile phone. He knew what his brother-in-law had done. If he really asked the Whale family to take care of him, then the reputation of the Whale family would be all over. Brown also raised her heart to her throat. She still couldn't believe that her brother and younger siblings were all dead.